Hello, I'm Yolanda Vasquez, and welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I am joined now in the studio by Delegate Jalisi from District 10. Delegate Jalisi, it's a pleasure to have you here in our Annapolis studios.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
So how are things going thus far for the 2015 legislative session? Is it still a little slow, or are you starting to pick up a little steam?
It is still slow because bills are being written up, and I have a few bills in the process. And so as bills come up, we talk about them and have hearings in our committees. And then eventually, once the committees pass them, they will be put on the floor of the Assembly for a vote.
For everyone to vote on. I know one of your key priorities has to do with public school education, and in that vein, you're really concerned about the renovation of a number of schools that need to be renovated. Talk to me about the situation in your district.
So my district, which is in Baltimore County, is Baltimore County by itself and Baltimore City are the only two jurisdictions in the entire state of Maryland where you would still find schools which are not completely renovated and upgraded with the latest technology and even air conditioning. So my push was, during my election and now, that our schools should be brought up to the same standard as schools in other parts of the state. Because if kids are not happy and they don't have the best tools available, or teachers don't have the best tools available to educate the kids, it doesn't work. And the most important thing, as a parent, I feel that we can give to our kids is the best education possible. So
you'll be dealing with the school board in trying to get some funding for those renovations, I'd imagine.
Yes, I've contacted the school board, and the school superintendent for Baltimore County, Dr. Jalisi, would be coming to talk to us this Friday.
Excellent. So let's talk a little bit about you wanting to help small businesses. You say they are the biggest creator of jobs.
Small businesses are the biggest creator of jobs, and one of the things which helps the communities prosper is to have jobs available for people who are eligible. People talk about Baltimore City having a high crime rate, and I tell them, look at the joblessness. 49.5% of eligible youth between 18 to 24 years are without jobs.
Almost 50%.
Almost 50% of African American youth between 18 to 24 years. So that correlates. Same thing in my district. About 14.7% of the people live at or below poverty line. And in this day and age, when the U.S. gives billions of dollars to other nations, which is very nice and a noble thing to do, to have this kind of numbers in my district is just beyond my comprehension. So my point, coming back to the small businesses, is we need to help them prosper, create jobs, because more people get jobs.
You're looking for a certain designation.
Right, so there's a designation called the Sustainable Community Designation, and that's one of the examples which allows small businesses to get preferential treatment for grants and loans from the state and the county, and that most of my district doesn't have. So that would be one of my priorities to get from my district.
We've got about a minute left. Let's talk a little bit more about increasing safety in the neighborhoods by using community organizations. You said the police are there and they're very present, but in their absence, what can be done?
So the police has to be supported, and they should have the best tools available to them. But at the same time, police cannot be everywhere, and sometimes people can help themselves by forming neighborhood watch groups in a way, which can stop crime at its early stages. And that's one of my proposals. Just quickly, because you don't have time, I also wanted to talk about the bills which I have pending. One of the bills I've in the process is to support firemen and other rescue people. Assaulting them should be a crime. And then DNA testing in cases of rape and sexual assault takes a long time and averages 110 days in Maryland.
Yes.
So we want it done quick because the police cannot start its work. So
perfectly understandable. Delegate Jalisi, thank you for your time. Sorry, I got to go, but it was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. And that'll do it for this edition of Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Yolanda Vasquez. Thanks for watching, everyone. We will see you again soon.